Well, all right, y'all. All across the USC, Compton, Watts, Bay to LA, Pomona, California, from valley to valley, we represent that killer Cali. So if you keeping it real on your side of your town, you tune in to Gangsta Chronicles.
Gangsta Chronicles, we gon' tell you how it goes.
If I lie, my nose will grow like Pinocchio. We gon' tell you the truth and nothing but the truth.
Gangsta Chronicles, this is not your average show.
You're now tuned into the real MC8, Big James, and Big Steel.
This is strictly from the streets.
Hello.
We represent the James.
And let me ask you this, you talk about 1980. What year did crack first enter the community?
1978.
77,
freebasing.
they were freebasing, ether basing, because at that time my buddy name was Michael Jordan, original Van Ass boy. He married a woman, had a girlfriend that was Tootie Reese, daughter, Rhonda Reese. Hi, Rhonda. Rest in peace, Tootie. But these are the status of Nicky Barnes, because at that time the keys was, what, 55 a key?
55.
And also, let's remember this, and this will go to show you how they make laws once blacks start having money. When they made PCP, wasn't nothing wrong with it till it started affecting the whites. Now we're going to go to the cocaine and what happened with that. Before 77, that means 75, 76, you had what they call the disco era.
Right.
Wasn't it fashionable to snort?
Yeah, let's talk about, you know, snorting back then. We
Was
talked about it
fashionable,
before.
it was something.
It was the rich man's high.
So it wasn't no law.
Exactly.
They didn't have no asset for it. No, you didn't even go to jail. It was fashionable. You had Studio 21, disco, and they made all those movies where they snorted cocaine as a recreational drug, and Bill Cosby should be out because that's what it was all about. And now they come 20, 30 years later, free Bill Cosby while he at it. He don't do a black man like that. We got our own law for him. Geronimo, and also while we talking about it, and what's my brother in Chicago, Jeff Fort, Larry Hoover, they don't need to be locked up like an animal when their voices can be heard.
Right.
They help some of these pockets of poverty or rat-infested communities that Obama say eloquently and Trump say right off the sleeve, but they still talking about Compton, Watt, all across black inner cities that are being fleeced by America but winning off the blood of our backs and our families. So let's get back to the attack. And we need to start here where we need to start organizing. And I want to say, you really need to appreciate this brother, that cameraman, that girl sitting, and to your audience, I'm proud to be here where I made it here.
And we glad to have you because this
This is all it's about. This is where you need to really come, and it ain't about no politics. We trying to give back and help these youth.
About education.
It's about education, because listening is learning and history is knowledge. And you see, when Marvin talk, I come to attention. I'm listening to my elder. And we get back to where we use the internet and other things when all I hear is the drumbeat of Africa when the elders tell the stories. And then that's why I listen. I don't distract, I listen. And then I learn, and then I figured out everybody think we arguing, but really he's 18. Our mindset, we're not even processing. We hadn't had sex with our socks off yet. Shit. To be talking about being a Black Panther.
You're never too old
to learn.
I mean, especially me. I'm just sitting here in awe because of what I'm hearing about, you know, the foundation of how, you know, the situations got started with us as gang banging, and I came later on. You know, I was born in 71, so I didn't start getting into gang banging until like the late 80s and shit like that. So I could understand that situation right there, but just to educate a lot of dudes, because it's tremendous to see what has happened over the course of 50, 60...
50 years, to be exact, then with Marvin and their era, you'll get it from the businessman, the perspective of jail, the criminal justice system, the street. It's called evolution.
And for me to be from Compton, to hear that, you know, that it was all about, you know, just the situations of everybody didn't beef and everybody was doing their own thing, and it took a situation that went sour and everybody started forming their own gangs or whatever, and the mentality of what gang banging is today is far from what, you know, the situation of why brothers started gang banging in the first place. Like, it was like you said, we was just robbing and
being juvenile
houses
delinquents and juvenile things.
Now it turned to dudes, you know, AKing people up and drive-bys and just, you know.
I mean, the life thing got so mixed up now that we don't even fight against Crips. Crips don't fight against Pirus. We killing each other.
Right.
We got the 500 block against the 2100 block.
Exactly.
You know,
within your own set.
Little brother told me one time, he said,
get more love.
he told me like,
them around all red.
a little homeboy told me one day, it's 4-line or nothing. I say, 4-line? It's not called 4-line, it's Piru Street. 142nd was never no hell of a guys. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Well, no, more, it's 4-line. That is not, you can't get bigger than the P. You understand me?
James, why you think sets started with fucking like sections in the own?
Well, let me say this.
Go ahead.
No, James gonna say. I'm gonna tell you what Baba Louie, and Baba Louie is one of the eloquent ones because he really started the East Side.
Right.
They had never seen pudding before in their life, and they thought Baba Louie was pudding. So when you start seeing sets where if you're on Elms or you at Lueders, it was just identifying where you was at. We over in the mob. It wasn't a set. It was all Piru.
It wasn't even. It was. If you was in back in the days, Lueders Park was the headquarters.
Right.
Mm-hmm. I don't give a fuck if you was in Am Street, if you was Lime Hood or whoever. When I went to prison, I claimed Lueders Park.
It's all Lueders.
It was Lueders Park, Piru. Period.
That's all I ever heard. Lueders Park.
So everything was based on Lueders Park. So when one fight took you away from that, Lime Hood get into it with somebody from Lueders, we ain't fucking with them no more. The mob got into it with Lueders, we ain't fucking with no more. So everybody started breaking off, and the sections of their neighborhood, when they start selling dope, that's when you claim in this piece of your territory. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So like with Lueders and the mob, if you cross Bradfield, now we got a difference. So okay, y'all stay the fuck over there, we stay the fuck over here. Mm-hmm. But it never got to a point where we had to kill each other because motherfuckers was meeting up and fighting.
Yeah. In them days.
I remember China Dog used to have motherfuckers come up in the headquarters, which if niggas from over there, they know what the headquarters was, in the park up under the what you call that thing? Up under there, and motherfuckers was getting their fight on. Mm-hmm. You know, Marcus did right, the park here, he right there. So he was always there when he was home. Mm-hmm. But you know, it just got to a point where, you know, everybody just started claiming their own shit, which was cool.
Finally get a chance to let the real ones speak. Gangsta Chronicles. What's the word on the streets?